All right. Hello. And hello to everyone who is watching the recording. I know this time of year is hard to take an hour out of your evening a week before Christmas. So thank you, Carrie, for being here. And for those that are watching the recording, I understand. I've been running around like crazy today, getting last minute things, just wanting to get them done, um, before the end of the week gets here. So, I totally understand if that's what is keeping you from being here today. I think that's something we need to consider for next year, end of next year, is to maybe not have a call on this week. So, or do something different. But tonight I'm going to keep it short and I'm going to share a few things. The main thing I want to talk about is tenon play. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. It depends on if you've been listening to the National Wake Up Call, if you've had any calls with Carl, if you've had I think they've talked a little bit about it in the Body Partners app, in the Body Basics group. And so I'm going to go kind of in detail, but it's very simple. So there's not much detail about tenon play. But before I do that, I just want to talk really quick about being consistent through these next 2 weeks, really 3 weeks, more like 3 weeks, as people are right now probably not focused on themselves and thinking about themselves and making that resolution. Their brains, unlike ours, are likely not there right now, but they're watching you. And so it's really important over these next couple weeks to be showing up and showing your consistency, showing your healthy habits, and showing people what could be for them, right? Because they're going to remember you when their brain clicks on to, oh, I really should eat better in the new year. Oh, I really, that same New Year's resolution every year. I need to start moving my body. I need to start drinking more water. I need to whatever and enter whatever resolution they have. They're going to be like, oh, that Leah girl, I see her every day showing her workout, showing that she's listening to this mindset app, showing her healthy foods, showing her drinking her water. She's going for walks. You know, she's talking about how it's not perfect, but she's still showing up because she knows how it makes her feel. And people are going to remember that. And when they see you in that week between Christmas and New Year's, when they see you sharing specifically about dig deeper or whatever it is that you're doing in the new year, dig deeper, 2B mindset, whatever it is, they're going to know, oh yeah, that's who I want to work with. You could even be having conversations with these people that aren't specific to anything, but just like connecting with people um during like this week, and then inviting kind of after Christmas next week and really being there, right? Being there for them and helping them get started. So I just really wanted to talk about that. We talked about it a little bit on our team call last week. So if you're listening to the recording and you listened to last week, you were there. We did talk about that last week as well on my smaller team call, but I wanted to talk about it here on the bigger team call as well. So hopefully that is helpful, and you can remember to show up, to be posting, to be in stories, which is funny because I took a break from stories for a bit, but I'm already feeling a little itch to come back. So anywho, so that was what I wanted to start with, and then I'm going to talk about this tenon play. So Carrie or Leah, do you know what I'm talking about when I say tenon play? Okay, wonderful. So Carl, back in November, did a call for some of us 1 to 4 star or 5 star, 2 to 5. I don't know what the group of people were, but a group of leaders, and really taught us this extremely simple. You almost are gonna want to write it off, because I did. I was like, is it really? But he keeps talking about it. They keep talking about it on the National Wake Up Call. And it really does make sense. And it will, I think, for many, simplify your business, help you know what you should be doing every single day, and help you to always be having conversations and always ending conversations, either with a close or not, right? Either with a sale or moving them off of your list. So 10 in play is, I'm going to pull something up to show you, is literally a list of 10 people that you want to work with, that you want to help. And these 10 people are the people that you're talking to every single day. Like, I know that sounds like extremely simple, and it is really that simple. But some of the language that he's encouraging us to use, and I think at first I was like, I'm not sure. This sounds a little weird, but it does make sense. So I created a little board with like the initial invite to share with you guys, but the initial invite to people that you want to add to your 10 to your 10 in play, to your list of 10 people, the language you're going to use is something along these lines. Hey, Leah, I'm looking for 10 women to add to my list of people who might be interested in starting a new program with me. Can I add you to my list? You're not asking for a sale. You're not asking anything except opening that conversation. Because then Leah's going to come back and be like, well, what's the program? Or sure, add me. Or no, I don't want anything to do with what you're doing here. But most of the time people are going to be like, well, what is it? And that's where you come back to them, and that's where you start the consultation. And you're able to say, well, what's a problem that you would love to solve in your life right now? And they come back and they say, I'm just tired all the time. I wish I had more energy. And you're like, well, I think I might have something that could help you. And you could lead with energize, or you could lead with like, hey, you know what really helps gain energy? Hang on. Did I lose you guys? Can you still hear me? Okay, because my phone rang and then I was like, did it switch my things? You can come back with either like, hey, I have this Energize that's literally my mom juice. I can't go without it. I need it every morning. It really does help me give that boost of energy in the morning, and it really sustains me most of the day. Or you could lead with, energy really comes from movement. And I have these awesome workouts that I would love for you to try. And then you could give them access to the body previews, which I'm going to share with you guys too. You can give them access to 120 free workouts to try out. Okay. Or you could lead with, hey, I have a total solution for you. You're going to get workouts, you're going to get nutrition, you're going to get my Energize, you're going to get Shakeology. And I'll tell you that those things for me have really changed my life, have really increased my energy over the last year, 2 years, 10 years that I've been doing this. And I really do think that it would help you. Can I send you more information? Do you want to do this with me? Like, you're opening that door by just starting with this adding them to the list. And you might not even get right to that conversation immediately, right? You want to be asking them questions. So you're initially saying, I'm looking for 10 people to add to my list who might be interested. That's the key phrase, who might be interested in starting a new program with me. That new program can be anything. It could be a fitness program. It could be one of our nutrition programs. It could be growth day. It could be an income opportunity. Really, any of those, you're leaving it generic on purpose so that when they come back and they're asking, well, what's the program? Or, well, what is it? Sure, add me to your list. I want to learn more. You're coming back to them and asking them, well, what is your biggest challenge right now with your healthy habits? Or what is the problem that that you really need to solve in your life in 2024? For someone, it might be like, I need to make more money. For someone else, it might be, they know they've been following you a long time. They're like, I need to start doing workouts. I really just need to just start. And then you guide the conversation from there. But you're starting with this simple question of, can I add you to my list? Which basically opens that door to, can I invite you, right? But they don't know necessarily that, but they're like, I know I follow this Leah or I follow Carrie. I know what she's up. I know that she's all about health and fitness and nutrition and mindset and all the things. So when you ask them to add to their list and about to start a new program, they know the basics of what you're asking, right? So you then are moving the conversation from there. Now, if someone says, no, I'm not interested, you can, or they might say, no, not right now. I'm just, especially right now, someone might say that. If you sent these messages, okay, great. Can I follow back up with you on January 1st? Sure. Then you have them on your follow-up list to add to your 10 and play, because you're always going to be taking people off of your 10 and play and adding new people to your 10 and play. That's the goal. The goal is to move 3 to 4 people off of this list every single week, either to a sale or to they're not interested right now. And let me be talking to somebody who is interested right now. Because I know I have a group of people who I've been talking to them and for forever. And I'm like, okay, but do you want to be on my list? Are you ready now? Are you about ready now? Because I need to know. Because if you're not ready, then you're not one of my 10 right now. And you create that sense of scarcity, because here's the thing. You might message more than 10 people asking them to be on your list. And the 11th, 12th, and 13th person, you're going to say, oh, my list filled up. But can I keep you on my my backup list when another spot opens? You're creating that scarce. They're like, oh, there's that many people interested. Oh, I want to do, I want to do this. I wish I would have responded quicker. And then, so you can have that kind of scarcity mindset for them. But then if someone says no, you want to ask for the referral. And you want to ask the referral in language of the thing that they told you the problem was, or if you know what their problem is. So for example, you're going to say, or you might say, okay, great. No worries if now's not a great time. But do you know anybody else who might be interested in starting a program that would help them increase their energy or create healthier habits in the new year, or lose 5 to 10 pounds in the next 30 days, or focus on their mindset? Do you see you're coming back to them with the thing that they told you their problem was. So you kind of focus or frame that question based on what their problem might be. So do you know anybody else? And I'll share this board with this language with you guys. Do you know anybody else who might be interested in starting a new program that would help them blank? What you could help them with. So you're asking for that referral, and they might come back and say no, or they might come back and say, yeah, I've got a few friends who might, or and likely they're going to come back and be like, well, I didn't know that that's what you could help with, or right? Like you're coming at them and they're like, oh, well, that's me. I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds in the next 30 days. I need to gain energy. I need to, so they're like, well, I want to stay on that list. Or maybe, hey, could you come back to me in a month or whatever the case may be? So the whole point of this is to simplify what we're doing, is to always have conversations going, it's just an easy way to start a conversation with somebody. We know we have these people who are following us, watching our stories every day, liking our posts. But then when you come straight with an invite, I feel like that might be like, ooh, for someone. But something like, can I add you to my list? Like, it's asking them, like, are you interested at all in doing a program and doing something with me, right? It doesn't mean you're not asking them to do it right now. You're not asking them to commit this second. You're just asking to add them to a list, to really ask them can I continue this conversation with you? Can we converse about this? Can we talk more about this? And I'll share the video from Carl because the way he explains it is he's just so great. And it was really helpful. And today on the National Wake Up Call, he actually talked even more about it. And he talked about the red car. And this was so interesting. And he said, hey, Keyshawn, do you know about the red car theory? And she was like, well, like when you see a red car, then you see all the red cars. And he was like, well, kind of, but do you know why that happens? And then he went on to explain, or then he went on to ask her, hey, Keyshawn, did you see any red cars this weekend? She's like, I don't know. I don't know if I saw any red cars. And he's like, what if I told you that for every red car that you saw, you'd get $50? Would you pay attention in the next day or two to how many red cars that you'd see? And she was like, well, yeah, of course I would. And he's like, this is in comparison to us just throwing links out, like so many people I feel like are doing these days, and just throwing a link on our social media and waiting for someone to see it, to click on it, right? But they're not looking for it. They don't even know they need it many times. They need that invite. They need to know that they're looking for it. And so that's why it's so important to be in people's inboxes and not just throwing links up. That's not what we do. That might be what you see other people doing in other companies or whatever. Influencers are do it, whatever. And trust me, I click on links at times. But in this business, in our business, like people need to be invited. They need to know that we have more to offer than just like it's just a workout program. It's not just a workout program. It's not just a nutrition program. It's not just a mindset program. It's this total solution with a human who's going to be there for you, who's going to help you. This isn't like the thing that you tried 10 years ago. It isn't like the thing that you tried 5 years ago. It isn't even like the Beachbody you tried 5, 10 years ago. It's not. This is nothing like 10 years ago or even before 10 years ago. You know, I've been a partner for 10 years now. Before 10 years ago, I was buying P90X off some friend, like dubbed it for me on DVDs. I bought Turbo Kick off Groupon or something silly. Like I had all these DVDs, and that's when like I didn't have a coach, like I wasn't involved in the community. And did I follow through? Did I continue with all of that? No. It wasn't until I joined this community that I finally followed through with the goals and the habits that I needed in my life. And we know that everybody needs in their life, but I'm sorry, a lot of people just they want a quick fix. They want Ozempic. They want, I don't even know what. They want to just like quick results. But we know that those don't last and that they really need the lifestyle changes. And at some point in their life, it's going to click and they're going to know, oh, I'm looking for what Leah's been talking about for 5 years. I'm looking for what Carrie's been talking about for 3 years. That's what I need. I know I do. And that's going to take you talking with them. That's going to take you consistently sharing. That's going to take you asking if you can put them on your list. That's going to take you asking when they say no, that's going to take you asking if they know anybody else who might be interested. That's going to take you following up, staying in conversation, staying friends with people, staying connected. And that's what we're about. That's what this business is about. And that's what this list is about. It's about wanting to help people with what they need, not with what you're doing right now. And while we're all really excited about Dig Deeper, and you're gonna have people who are interested in Dig Deeper, there's gonna be some people on this list who Dig Deeper is not for them, especially if they are brand new. And they might just need to start with Growth Day. Or they might just need to start with To Be Mindset in January. They might just want to start with nutrition. That was me. When I initially started my weight loss journey when I was over 200 pounds, I did not work out. I did not work out for, I don't remember how long, but it was a good amount of time until I like lost a certain amount of weight. I only focused on nutrition. Because we know that that's where weight loss comes from. It does not come from workouts. It comes from nutrition. So anyway, I digress. Do we understand kind of the purpose of 10 in play? I'm going to share this video from Carl. I'll share it here in the comments for you guys, and you guys can grab it, or in the chat. Just because I think it's a great video to throw on. Like I just re-listened to it while I was driving around doing a million errands this afternoon. And he fires you up. So it's a good one. It's a good one. But with that, I wanted to quickly, and I will do it quickly, talk about the body previews. Now, do we know what that is? Okay, so that is something that they also launched in November. And basically, it's a way to give people access to all of the sample workouts. There's about 120 workouts that they get access to within our platform. So we have our sample workouts, right? We can send them Dig Deeper, Vimeo. We can do that, and that's really easy. But they don't get access to like the platform and get kind of to actually like get the experience of body. And so they created body previews. Basically, someone has to create a free account. And with this free account, they get access to all of these workouts. So let me see. I haven't fully tested this yet, but I'm gonna try with you guys with my husband's account and see if we can get this to work. So bodypreview.com. So there's actually a few ways that you can send this to somebody. So, oh, good. So when you go to bodypreview.com, this is what they see. I'm not even logged in. Am I? No, I'm not even logged in at all. Okay. Now, to start for free, you want to make sure that they have your partner ID or your email address. Okay. So Ryan already has a body account. So I think, oh, I don't know his. I wonder if it would work for my, hang on, let me try this one. For my second business center. Just so we can see. Oops. Thanks for. Okay. So look at all these collections. So I'm like, oh, I want to try a bar workout. I go to bar. There's 4 different bar workouts I can try. Or I just need to try a fiber workout or a cardio workout. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at all these cardio workouts they can try. Cycling, dance, and they actually get to do one of the workouts, meditation, nutrition. They get introduction to each of our different nutrition programs, Pilates, strength training, yoga. And then here's all the sample workouts. The dig deeper sample, lift 4, all the sample workouts in one place, which is so nice. They literally get over 120 workouts for free. Carl's saying this is like a $59 value. So you could say that to people. So for somebody that's on your list, you can start them with going here, right? To try it out. There's also a 3-day mindset challenge. Find your first workout program. There's a quiz for them to take. Find your eating plan. There's a quiz for them to take. Do the 3-day mindset challenge. 3 secrets to success. Gosh, it just so cool. So much. So what you can do, so you can either, like you just saw when I went to bodypreviews.com and I clicked on start for free when I was not logged in. I'll just go back and show that again. If I said start for free, someone can sign up for a free account and they just need to have your partner ID. So you just tell them, put this ID in where it says have a body partner, put this in there so that they're automatically connected to you. This is just their free account. You're not going to earn any commission or anything here, but then they're connected to you so that when they do want to get a TSP or they do want to get Energize or the supplements, because they talk about those in the workouts all the time. The trainers are to help us out and they talk about those. So that's awesome. The other thing you can do is you go to TBB Coach Tools. This is also from your back office. I think they call it Partner Tools, but TBB Coach Tools. Sorry. Oh, that's not what I want. All right, well, I'll just go from here so you guys can see it. Marketing tools, product directory. Okay, you enter your ID. And then there's a few things you could do. So here's body previews. If you send them this specific link where it'll have your partner ID in there, then it'll automatically enter that partner ID and they don't have to enter it themselves. So it would automatically enter it. So product directory, you enter your partner ID and there's links to everything in here so that it's specific to you. You can send them if they're like, well, I don't know what kind of workouts I like. I haven't worked out in 10 years. Send them the fitness quiz. That will then give them a handful of workouts that are specific for them based on their answers. It'll say, oh, you say they need low impact. So it's going to give them things like bar, Pilates, yoga. It's going to give them things that are low impact. And then from there, they also get the full access to the body previews after they do that. There's a 14 workout challenge. So we can go see what that looks like. So there's the 3-day mindset challenge, and then there's a 14 workout challenge. So we could do a free group of 14 a 2-week little free group for people they really get a taste of all the different workouts. Okay. And then here is a link specifically to the sample workouts. So you just want to send somebody the sample workout to dig deeper. You just send them all the sample workouts. Dig deeper's in here. Lift more's in here. Because then they're going to see all of them. You know? So that is body previews. And there's just, you can send the nutrition challenge or collection. You can send specific things to people. And if you don't know, haven't dove into this, do that. What I did was I took all these links and I have them in my boards. I have a specific links. Oops. And then I have the fitness quiz, the fiber, each of the collections. I'm like, oh, I know somebody wants cardio. I'm going to send them all the cardio workouts. You can send them a specific link to all of them. I can send them the sample workout collection, the strength collection. So you can go and pull all of those specific links to your Coach Business Center so that when they sign up for their free account, it's already linked to you. Okay. And I think that's all I've got for you guys tonight. Do either of you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but I was having a hard time finding the morning wake up call on that app. I cannot find it to save my life.
Hang on.
Thank you for your time, Amanda.
You're welcome. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Okay. I just got to run that to basketball.
It is under.
I've seen it before. I don't know if it updated and it moved, but anyways, go on.
So it's on the Body Partner app.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a separate, click on the 3 little lines. It's not in Body Basics. It's like it's separate little group.
Okay.
So click on the 3 little lines at the top left, and there'll be one of the groups this is your wake up call.
I swear it was not there like 2 hours.
It's all right. A lot of people think it's like in the Body Basics group.
Yeah.
So
that's probably what I did. All right, cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Hopefully this was helpful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, girl. We'll see you soon.
Yes,
I
that I didn't get to see a Saturday.
I know. You know what? I had a party at my house, and Eve had a basketball game. And we're